Morning, Giovanni. First of all, if we just have a squad update in terms of injuries for this match, and then just your thoughts ahead of the game against Red Star, please.
We have only two players not available through injury, and that's Haji and Davies. The other ones are all training today, so we still have a training left before we travel. And of course, the players who aren't eligible to play in the Europa League. So we have quite a big squad to take with us against a strong opponent we saw last week. They was a good game. Quite an even game. Of course, we won with 3-goal margin, which was for us a very good result to take with us for the game tomorrow. But we can expect an opponent who will do everything to overcome this 3-0 loss last week. For us, it starts all over again. We just go into the game preparing the team to get a good result, and that's all we're gonna do, and work hard to be in the next round after the game.
Question for Giovanni. Giovanni, a number of players walking on a suspension tightrope tomorrow night. Does that alter your thinking going into the game, or are you just asking players just to be extra careful out there?
No, I mean, it's obviously when you are playing so many games in Europe, like we did, you will always have players on one suspension away, yellow card. But that's for every team. But it won't affect our approach selecting the team, and I think also the players in the game don't have to play on a different way. We just hit there with the strongest 11 possible, and we will do everything to win this game and win this tie. That's the most important thing, and then we will see after the game who we have available for the next game.
Hi Giovanni. A lot of people talk about the hostile atmosphere at Red Star Belgrade Stadium. Is that something the players are going to have to relish if they want to put in the performance they want to tomorrow night?
Well, we know we're gonna go to a place where the atmosphere can be very, very hostile, and but that's a thing we have to cope with. I mean, we have quite an experienced team, so we've been in places before where it's very hostile, and but you have to deal with it. Make sure mentally you are prepared, tactically you're prepared, and also make sure you just concentrate on the game and play against the 11 other players. So, but it will be a nice atmosphere to play in, and we have to enjoy that as well.
Hi Giovanni, you mentioned before the first leg that you tend to find out more about an opposition after playing them. What did the first leg tell you, and has it changed your approach going into the second leg?
Well, you have, of course, as I said before, you have a view of a team you're playing against, because you watch a lot of games, you watch some the patterns they have, their strengths, their weaknesses, but eventually when you play them yourself, like we did last week, you have a much better view, not only myself, but also the players. You can also analyze that game really well and prepare the players again for tomorrow. So, but I think the outcome of the analysis is the same, that we are going to play against a very good opponent, and that will, that won't change.
Giovanni, you said that the game starts all over again, but what will your message be to the players going into this with a 3-0 lead from the first leg, and mentally how do they approach that? Is it to win again, and if they were to go 1-0 down, how will the team get them to adapt and respond?
Well, I think you start over again. The game last week is played. Now we're gonna play a new game, and I think we have to just approach the game to to have the best result possible tomorrow, and don't go into the game already know that you have a 3-goal difference. So we have to bear from the first minute. Try to be solid. Try to be dangerous as well at the right moments in the game, so that doesn't affect us. And of course, you will have moments in every game where you maybe go 1-0 up or 1-0 down, but just make sure we stick to our tactical game plan and make sure we do everything we can to get a positive result after the game.
Gio, Steve Clark, Scotland's coach, was very, very fulsome in his praise of Ryan Jack. Obviously delighted to get him back for the Scotland squad. It strikes me as being the type of player that makes the players around him play. Has it been frustrating not to have him available to you in the squad for such a long time?
Well, of course, it's always you want your players to be available for games. So the same for Ryan. We had to miss him a long time this season through injury. And you could see his performances and what he brings to the team, which is very positive for me. So to have him back in the squad the last weeks, it's for me it's good. It's also good for the team because we have a broad selection of players we can choose, and his performances are really well in the last week. So that's always also because he get picked again for Scotland. He will give his best for Scotland as well, and his character, his attitude, and his performances will also benefit Scotland. So I'm more than happy to have him back in the last weeks.
Hi Giovanni, getting through tomorrow night would add 2 more big games to an already important fixture list in April. How exciting and challenging a prospect would it be to have a month of games where really everything was on the line in all 3 competitions?
Well, our main objective tomorrow is to go through and to be in the next round in Europe. So that's very very important for all of us. And of course you're gonna add 2 more games in April, but that's what you want. You want to be involved in all competitions. And at the end of the season, and we just add some games against very quality-wise very strong opponents. So that's what you want when you are playing. That's what you want when you are a coach, and that's I think also what you want as a club and the fans to play many games at top level. So we just have to go out tomorrow and make sure we are in the next round.
Hi Gio, you mentioned earlier about the atmosphere and the kind of occasion of what the game's going to be like for the players. And there's a long walk from the players down the tunnel onto the pitch. There's going to be kind of real atmosphere inside the stadium. Can I actually bring the best out of the players? You're talking about dealing with it and coping with it, but is it something they should actually relish?
Well, it's of course it's a challenge for us because to go out to a strong opponent in the atmosphere we're going to face tomorrow and to get a good result, that's a really big challenge for us, and that's why we go there to have a positive result and to make sure to go to the next round. And of course, some grounds are more difficult to go than others, but I think this one is definitely one of them that we all gonna see a great atmosphere tomorrow.
Hi Gio, the same issue really, but when you go to a place like this, is there anything that you can do as a manager to tell the players how to cope with it, or how to keep their nerve if it is getting hostile, or if Red Star score the first goal, for example?
Well, you make sure we are going into the game really well prepared, and prepared. I mean, in so tactically wise, how we want to defend, how we want to attack, and make sure we are also mentally prepared to get over this challenge. But as I said before, we have quite a experienced side, a team who played many games in Europe in the last couple of years, and played also, against strong opponents. So in that way, we are, I think, well prepared. But as I said, it starts all over once the whistle goes. We have to be there, and tomorrow won't be any different.
Hi Ryan, these these Europa League nights and Old Firm games always seem to bring out the best in you. What is it about that? And just to go back to the question April earlier on, what is it that a run that's so exciting, potentially coming up with league games, Europa League games, and also the cup semi-finals coming up as well?
I think probably the level of opposition goes up, which tends to make the games a lot more open. Both sets of teams want to play football. Probably a lack of parking the bus or tripling up, doubling up on players. Gives me more opportunity to to do what I do. Each player in the team probably raises the level a little bit more given the opposition in these games. Because it's a very exciting fixture.
Just John, please, just to finish.
Hi Ryan. The majority of this squad have been together for 4 years now. Obviously you've done brilliant in Europe together, but where would you say that the confidence ranks in this group now when it comes to this stage of the competition? And is there a sense that you could make this a special season if you get through and you're competing in the league front?
I've mentioned before, after each year of participating in this competition, that we've always wanted to improve on the previous year, which we have done so far, and that's no different for this year. We want to go as far as we can in this competition. We try to have as much confidence going into every game. That'll be no different going into this. And hopefully the next round, if we go there with the right mentality for this fixture.